Hello and welcome to Queensland Leaders Insight. My name is James Paulson and today we're talking with Sue Ellen Watts from What's Next. Welcome, Sue Ellen.
Thanks, James.
Look, you've had a bit of a history with us. You originally joined Queensland Leaders as a member 5 years ago.
Yes.
Your little business has evolved now to almost a national business. You've now got Victorian and New South Wales operations and I understand taking on the world.
Yes, that's true. I am trying anyway.
Fantastic. Well, you're a great example of a leaders company.
Thanks.
Look, I just want to reflect on some of your expertise and background and understanding. And first I'd like to ask you, what are some of the trends you are seeing in your industry at the moment that business owners should be aware of?
Yeah, I think the biggest area at the moment in the space of people within businesses and human resources and culture is business owners being aware of the change and the way we work is changing so rapidly. So the new world of work, if you like, is really important. So we're now 24/7 work. We work 24/7. We're mobile. Employees are expecting more from their managers. It's much more of an employee-led era. So our generations are making differences to how we work, and obviously technology is playing a huge role in how we work. So I think at the moment our business owners and managers of people need to really keep up with these changes and not try to manage people perhaps how they were managed when they started their careers.
So what are you seeing as some of these common mistakes that business owners are making with their employees?
I think firstly, if you look at from a HR perspective, people consider HR to be an administrative or a compliance function, and I think that is one of the biggest mistakes business owners make when they think about HR. They really should be thinking about HR from a commercial return. How do I actually get more out of my people? How do I create an environment where I'm getting that return on investment? And thinking, expecting HR to be commercial rather than an admin function. I think that's probably the biggest mistake and opportunity for business owners when they think about HR or people in their business.
It's interesting, I think with the advent of technology and other factors coming in, human resources has gone from being a commodity to actually being quite an asset in organisations, and I think business owners have been delayed in understanding the value and how to propagate that asset. Yeah,
absolutely. And I really think that since the global financial crisis, business owners have recognised that investing in people is really, really important because that played such a big role whether people had to downsize or whether they had to get more out of their people, or how they actually create cultures where you're delivering in a better way for clients. So I think that has actually really grown. That's what I have seen. But certainly the whole view of, oh, well, people come to work and they'll do their job and they'll go home and that's enough. That's not enough, and we can be expecting more. Yes, we need to be creating better workplaces, but we can be expecting more from our people.
Okay, and one of the questions I'll ask there is, from the human resource perspective, you're seeing organisations expected to give more. How does that balance out with the employees giving more, and where do you find that equilibrium?
Yeah, I mean, look, personally, I think that it absolutely went too far one way towards the employers having to give more, and I think that has needed to be pulled back, actually. I think it's not so much about us needing to give more, things like flexibility or more reward and recognition, but I think it's about understanding how do people work better and giving employees an opportunity to work a different way. Because ultimately what I find is it's not that people necessarily are driven by more money or the perks. Like, the perks don't actually work. I think if you're going to give perks to employees, do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because you think you're going to expect better performance. But creating an environment where people can work differently, so that allowing them to utilise digital at any time, be able to be more flexible with how and when people work, because we can do that with technology. We can do it now. So allow our staff to do that so that people are utilising their energy better. So I look more at, rather than hours and time management, we should be looking at energy management with our employees. And if some people work better really early in the morning, let them do that. If some people work better late at night, then let them do that. We have the technology to be able to do it. Be more flexible and open to working differently to what we're used to.
Well, that's very interesting, because we found that in our business. One of my business partners works better in the afternoons and evenings, and I'm an early person, and we start different times. So I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
Look, what can business owners do to best support their staff going forward?
Look, I think the most important thing, particularly in the SME space, and we have the ability to do this, is that we need to listen to what our employees need as individuals. What's important to them? What's actually going to make them work better? Because that's where we end up going down the road of wasting resources on things that don't actually make a difference to the employees. I've seen so many benefits implemented into organisations which the employees don't value. And so they wonder why they don't get a return. So I think we need to be talking more. And I've mentioned a lot about technology and us using that, but we cannot be relying on that. We still need to get out from behind our desks and actually talk to our staff, hear from them, learn from them, let our generations lead our businesses, and let them help us. Yeah, I think we need to be talking more.
Fantastic. Well, look, in conclusion, do you have any final messages you'd like to leave with our leaders' companies?
Look, I think the main thing right now is that I like to see our business owners really thinking differently around what they could create within their workplace, how they could make it work, the change of hours, the way people work, being more open to that. And it's really hard. I get that it's really hard. But I think that we need to get on board, and I think business owners are going to be left behind, and we need to let our employees get involved and help us lead our businesses forward.
Great. Sean, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
Thank you.